The 1960s, a time of sex, drugs, and most of all, rock and roll. Some of the greatest acts in the history of music came out of the 1960s. The Beatles, Rolling Stones, The Who, Led Zeppelin, but none of them have a story quite as interesting as Carthage, aka the band that stayed sober.
Our touring years. Feels like another life now. You know, I can barely even remember those days. Not because of drugs or anything, but because I just feel the second half of my life was such fruitful memories, like my 7 kids and the separate biking expertise.
Documenting the band's wild touring years, CNN's Carthage, the band that stayed sober, tells the story of a band that defied all rock and roll standards.
Yeah, man, our concerts were wild. They were just like any other rock concert. Hot babes, rock and roll, and occasional moral lessons.
Oi! Stop!
Who threw this? No, really, who threw this? This is completely inappropriate. Have some respect for yourself.
Oh, Harold always was a smooth talker, so I'm sure he had his fair share of fun with the other women on the road.
Alright, ladies. You all have a good night. It was an honour walking you back to your hotel room.
Well, why don't you come in and stay for a while?
Yeah, no thank you. We've got a big show tomorrow.
Oh.
Alright, good night.
I don't even mind that Harold had some, how do I say, female interactions on the road. I mean, it's not like I didn't have my share of fun while he was away.
What? You know, the craziest part about touring with the band, besides, the shows, of course, was the intimate bonding time we spent together backstage.
Alright, boys, are you ready to perform? Yeah, alright. Okay. Alright. Hey! Gosh, you fellas forgetting something.
Oh, sorry.
Paul.
Paul.
Yeah?
Alright.
I love you. I love you.
I love you.
I love you. I love you. Right, fellas, that's better. Let's do this. I think you guys might know this one.
Watch the band recall fond memories of their now dead lead singer, Andrew Clearwater.
Andrew, yeah man, he was crazy. Off the walls, he was. He came up with this thing, where every Tuesday we'd have these wild party nights, and he called it, get this, Board Game Tuesdays. We'd all sit around playing board games and drinking hot chocolate and telling secrets.
The band had an especially weird experience at Woodstock, being not just the only sober band, but the only sober people, period, at the event.
Woodstock was absolutely bonkers. You know, the best part was actually the coffee. The man whose guitar I got it out of must have been using some good sweetener. I was completely off the wall the entire day and everything was moving really, really fast. But God, I wish I could go back and have just one more cup of coffee. Been craving it ever since.
Mr. Bates, I think you might have been tricked into trying cocaine.
What?
So get ready to dive into the personal lives of the most boring the music scene's ever seen. Only on Carthage, the band that stayed sober. Coming soon to CNN.